I am actually recording this video now on Tuesday. We just got home early from school because it was snowing, even though it's literally not snowing at all anymore. So, I mean, I'm not complaining, but we really did not have to come home. So yeah, I figured why not record this instead of try to find a time on Saturday to record my video for next Monday. So here I am, being efficient. So today I'm just gonna pretty much do a story time that I've wanted to do since literally I started this channel. That was only a few weeks ago, but honestly this is a story that I feel like it's almost not believable, but I swear to you every single thing I'm going to say is 100% true. I promise. And if you don't believe me, find some people from my old school. I'm not gonna say the name because I feel like that's not good to put on here with this story. I don't want the school to get a bad reputation or anything. I swear to you this is completely true. 100% true. This is a story of my insane middle school teacher. Oh goodness. There is actually a lot to this story. There's a lot of background information that would be really good for you guys to know. So if this video ends up being a bit of a longer video, I'm sorry. I know that some people have been complaining that my videos are 20 minutes long, but I'm trying to narrow it down, and this video is just not a good one to try to narrow down because there's a lot of information that goes into the story. So, I mean, if you don't want to watch the whole thing, then I can't do anything about that. I almost don't know where to start this because there was so much that should have been warning signs at the beginning, but I was in 7th grade. I didn't pick out these things in my head. I wasn't oh, that's kind of weird. I was still kind of new to middle school even, so I was I guess this is how middle school is. So okay, my obviously 7th grade year, I had a teacher named, I'm not gonna say his real name, let's say John Smith. Mr. Smith, that's the most basic name I can think of. He was my English teacher, and if you know anything about me, if you know me at all in person, you know that English is my thing. I'm always really excited to meet my literature teachers and be we're gonna be BFFs because I literally already love your class. I love this subject. So I went into the year really excited for this class, and so I meet him the first day, and he's already a little weird. Some people just have that sketchy vibe about them, especially whenever you're a middle-aged white man with really bad dreadlocks and kind of ratty clothes. He just did not care about his appearance. So right now I'm editing this, and I just was watching back this footage, and I realized that at this part it sounds a lot like I'm saying that he's sketchy because of what he wore. That's not it. I only said that because I kind of wanted you to have an image in your head of what he did look like. However, the fact that he was white, middle-aged, had dreadlocks, did not dress nice, had nothing to do with the fact that he was sketchy. I mean, that added on to it, but he was a very awkward person to talk to. He didn't seem like he was all there. Sometimes, he would be very distant and, hard to talk to. He was weird when he taught. He would say weird things that didn't make sense with what he was teaching. He was very sketchy. I didn't want you to think that I was just saying that he was sketchy because he looked weird. That I'm not the type of person that judges someone by their appearance. I just want to make that clear. He kind of already had those weird vibes about him. But at the beginning of the year, there wasn't anything really weird about him until towards the middle of the year, which I'll get there. He would do really, I don't know, it's hard to explain. He was just kind of off. He would always give us things to do, he would give us projects or papers to write, but he would never collect them or have us finish them or have us hand them in. It was very scattered. His class was very all over the place. You couldn't just stick with one thing. You had to be changing constantly. He was constantly moving our seats and constantly giving us new projects, and he never just stuck to one thing. And I mean, it kind of bothered me because I wanted a good grade in his class, but I didn't really think anything of it as oh, that's just how he teaches. So fast forward to about the middle of the year, and he starts to get a group of his favorite students together, and we all knew that he had favorites. I being one of them. I don't want to like toot my own horn or anything, like, yeah,
oh, my insane teacher loved me, like,
no, I just think that it was the people that did really well in his classes, and so he just kind of like picked them out.
I was like, hey, like, I want to do something, and
we're like, okay,
what?
And for me, this was kind of exciting because a lot of the other people in this group that he like set apart were very popular. And I know that that's like really cliched, like,
oh, the popular group, but
like, I'm not kidding. I have never really been like in the popular group, but being set apart in this group with them in it almost like automatically put me with them. Like, I loved being grouped with them because I was
like, oh, like, maybe they'll invite me to sit with them at lunch now, like.
I don't know what was going through my head, but it was just kind of exciting to me, and that's kind of why I stuck with it throughout this whole thing. Also, keep in mind, I was in 7th grade. None of this clicked in my brain. So with this group, he started pulling us in during lunch and during, like, outside time, recess.
Who am I?
I've been in high school a little bit too long. So yeah, during, like, our recess and lunches, he would just have our little group get together. And he wanted to make a music video. So he chose a few like popular songs, and we like chose which one we wanted to do, and we like changed around the lyrics, and we kind of just made it our own. And we ended up doing the song Fancy by Iggy Azalea. You know, the yeah. It was really, really big then, and I don't know why he initially wanted to make this music video with us, but he did. And we were like, okay,
cool, you're getting us out of like some classes to go record in the hallways.
Oh, it's snowing now. So he would go around with a camera, and we would be like filming in different parts of the school, and it would be fun, and we'd all be like dancing around, and it was fun. But here's the thing that's sketchy. First of all, none of our parents knew that this was happening. Only a few of the teachers really knew that this was happening. It was very much kept on the down low. Like, this was solely his idea. I feel like the parents should have been notified that we were being pulled out of like study halls and stuff like that to make this video. And we never knew where the footage went. Because after recording it for almost a month, a whole month, it wasn't going anywhere. He wasn't showing us the footage, he wasn't putting it together, he wasn't doing anything with it. He kept changing the songs and changing how we were recording, and it was just very confusing to us because we were like,
okay, but where's this video? Like,
what are you doing with all this work that we're putting into this? We never saw it. To this day, I have no idea what he was doing with all this footage. He had so much footage and pictures of us dancing and singing, and it's weird. So that already was kind of iffy. So yeah, that was happening. Go back a little bit in the story, I guess. I should have said this part first. So while that was happening, while I was still in his classes, like, sometimes in class, he would take a full class period, move all the desks, and play music and make us all dance. That almost sounds fun. Until you think about it like this. He told us that if we did not dance, we would get a bad grade. So this was no longer a fun thing. He just wanted to sit there, twirl his dreadlock in his finger, and watch 7th grade students dance around for an entire class period to music that he chose. It makes me feel weird even now, like, thinking about it. Like, he would be like, you either dance or we do this. Like, he was like forcing us to dance for him. It's a gross concept in my brain. And I remember, like, I'm still not sure if this story is completely true, but I did hear it, and I'm pretty sure it's true because a lot of people were telling it. But at one of the school dances, he was there, and he had this student that he didn't like. Let's say her name was Carmen. I don't even know. Her name was not actually Carmen. So let's say her name is Carmen, and she didn't put up with this crap. She had failed the previous year, so she was put in our grade, and so she'd already been through his class, and I think that she already kind of knew that he was weird. And she did not put up with this crap. Like, she would not dance in the class. Like, she didn't dance at all for him, which, go girl, like, I wish I was you. I wish I wasn't so stupid. And he, like, really did not like her. So he told her during one of our school dances that if she did not dance at the school dance, he would find a way to get her kicked out. That he did. She was just trying to hang out with her friends, and he told her that if she didn't go out and dance, like on the dance floor, he would get her kicked out. And she would not dance, which I don't blame her. That's kind of freaky when a teacher is like, yo, go dance or else, like, I'm gonna get you kicked out of this whole thing. And she wouldn't dance. He got her kicked out of the dance. That's what I heard, okay? I was not there. I think I had like a low grade or something, so I wasn't allowed to go. I was not there. I did not see this happen. But that is the story that was going around. And a lot of people were saying that they saw it, so do with that what you want. Anyways, so yeah, back to this music video thing. After about a month of dancing in front of a camera for whatever reason, not seeing any of the footage, not seeing it go anywhere, constantly changing the song, constantly changing, like, who's doing what, like, it was just a mess. And all of us were kind of tired of just wasting our lunches and our free periods with this guy who was doing nothing with the footage that he was taking of us. I don't think any of us really caught on to, like, the fact that this middle-aged man was just taking videos of us and not doing anything with it that we could see. Like, I don't really think any of that clicked in our brains at that point, but we were like, this is just annoying. Like, I don't want to keep spending my lunches, like, doing nothing. Like, I'm just sitting here in front of a camera recording a video that's not going anywhere. Like, what is this doing for us when we could be doing homework? So, a big group of them quit. I think this was a day that I actually wasn't at school, because I don't remember the lunch that they all just got up and, like, left. They just stopped coming. But here's the part that I do remember. Okay, so, wow, this is crazy. This is kind of the part where it gets, like, kind of confusing. So, it was a lunchtime, and I had not been told that this was no longer happening, so I went to his room for lunch. And he was in that room with two or three other girls in my grade that had also been involved in the music video. And I was like, hey, like, where is everyone? He's like, Bree, like, you shouldn't be in here right now. And I was like, why? And he's like, we're just doing something. And he was like, kind of like running around his room, like, frantically, like, trying to get all the stuff together. He, like, handed one of the girls a camera, and he had, like, this, like, weird, like, paper thing in his hand that he kept, like, fiddling with. And I didn't know what it was at the time. And then another girl had her phone, and, like, the song, like, Fancy was up on it. And I was like, oh, like, we're recording. And I was like, where is everyone? He's like, they're all at lunch. And he was, like, really, like, angry. And so he was like, whatever, just follow us. And so he, like, took us down the hallway. He took us to the lunchroom. And our lunchroom was set up, so, say, like, it's facing this way. So back here would be the stage. And then in front of it was all the tables in the cafeteria, and then over here was another, like, part of the cafeteria, and then over here was where you got lunch. I don't know if that really made sense, but yeah. So it was, like, the cafeteria, and then you could see the stage, but it always had a curtain closed, so it was just, like, there. And so he took us back the hallway, and we went up on stage, but the curtain was still closed. And he was, like, messing around with stuff, like, hooking up the phone to the speakers, and I was like, oh, like, this must be just, like, another part of the recording. I was like,
okay, cool.
So he told me and my best friend at the time that we just need to stay up on stage and dance around. I was like, whatever, like, cool. Like, we'd been doing this for months. This wasn't weird to me. It was just kind of weird that we were doing it out there. Like, normally we did it in the hallways so that nobody could see us, which also was a little bit sketchy, but I think we've established this was a weird guy. So he just told us to stay up there and dance to the music and not say anything. And he told the girl with the camera to go down. He was, like, directing her what to record, and we were like, okay, fine. So he, like, plays the music, and the curtains open, and it's during lunch. So all of the people that had previously quit the music video that I was now aware of were down there eating lunch with all their friends, finally having free time. Yeah. So they were finally with their friends, like happily eating lunch, and the curtains open, we see them all eating lunch, and I was like, okay, it was a little weird, like, I don't know if I like want to dance here, like that's a lot of attention. Because it was our entire grade. It wasn't just the people that had been doing the musical or the music video. It was our entire grade, and then I think another grade was having lunch too. And I was like,
okay, I don't really want to dance in front of all these people, but
It's fine.
So he puts on this mask. This was the papers that he was holding. And he turns around. This is so hard to explain. He had printed out pictures of every single person's face who was involved in this music video. He had printed them out, like made them really big, printed them out, and made a mask out of our faces. And they were like different pieces of paper, so he could like pull off like one person's like picture, and then there would be another one. Like it was creepy. And he had his like eyes cut out and the nose, so it was terrifying. So he put this on and got off the stage and played the song Fancy. And of course, by now, everyone was looking at us, and the girl with the camera was like,
what's going on?
So she was just instructed to follow him around with the camera and record everything that he did. So me and my best friend were up there dancing, and then he jumps off the stage with this mask on and starts getting on top of the tables and singing in people's faces, and he changed the lyrics to Fancy to pretty much degrade everyone who had quit the music video. So it was like calling us stupid and how we were like not mature enough to follow through with anything, and like calling us out and just practically bullying us to the song Fancy. Like it was a weird concept. And he was like going down and like getting people's faces, making literally making people cry. He was like getting up on the tables and like dancing, and at this point me and my best friend had just like stopped dancing, and we were like, this is kind of creepy. And the principal came out and like stopped him and got him out, and they took the camera, and I think that they deleted the footage, and like there were people crying, and like we were kind of scared. Like it's kind of weird whenever your teacher just goes psycho during a lunch period. Like
It's a little weird.
And the only thing that I remember from the rest of the day was people said, like, cops came. I never saw the cop car, but I'm pretty sure that they did because it's harassment. But, we were, like, called in the principal's office, and when we explained that he was making this music video, they almost seemed shocked. I'm genuinely not sure if they knew that he was making this video with all of us, which makes me uncomfortable. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he was arrested. He did not come back the next year or any year. He was fired, and pretty sure he was arrested, so. Yeah, that's about it. That video was not nearly as long as I thought it would be, but that's about all the information I have about that. Yeah, so, oh, also, I did want to say this. If you know who this teacher is, if you know his name, if you know the school's name, if you know any of the names of the people involved, do not comment them down below. Do not. Don't be like, hey, this was blank, 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 I remember this, haha, like, don't do that. Because I could get probably in a lot of trouble for mentioning this online and bringing this up. That's why I wanted to change the name of everyone involved. So if I mention anyone's name, that was not their actual name, first of all. And second of all, I am trying to avoid getting in trouble. This is just a story like that obviously is in the past now. I don't know whatever happened to him. I know that he did not get his job back because he's not there anymore. But I don't know what happened after that. So I only told you the information that I am sure of, and anything beyond that, I don't know. I just did not want people from my school, like, commenting, like, oh, this was blank, blank, blank. Like, aha, I remember this, that was so creepy. Like, yeah, it was creepy. You can comment whatever you want, just do not put his real name in that, please. Yeah, so thanks for watching. I don't know what else to say. Like, what do you say at the end of a video like that? Subscribe, I guess? Like, I swear not all of my videos are story times. Some of them will be because, let's be real, I've been through some stuff and that would make for good views, right? But yeah, so thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And I'll see you Monday. Bye!